I got another video for y'all. This is for Richard Poor, season 1, episode 7. Let's get into it. So today the guys will be meeting the women's families. We find out before the guys really start meeting the families that Amanda's rich, which I wouldn't have expected because she's so goofy and down to earth, and usually rich motherfuckers is rude and snobbish, always turn their nose up and shit. But she said her grandpa dropped off the trust fund to them, so it looks like I got to get in contact with my granddad. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Fucking with y'all, bro. My granddad been gone for years on both sides, on my mom and dad's side. On my mom's side, my granddad had passed away like when she was a kid, so I never even got to meet my granddad on my mama's side. And on my dad's side, my granddad passed away like 7 years ago, like 8 years ago. So yeah, R.I.P. granddads. I love y'all, boy. Love y'all boys. After the guys meet Amber's parents, it was apparent to me that she was probably gonna go home tonight. We know she didn't, but it's fine, Amber. I'm gonna always be here even if you did. But the guy said that her family was so intense, just like how Amber was, and they were just waiting for the lighthearted side of her to come out, especially now being around her family, and it just didn't. But I feel like her dad and brother, they ain't let up because the answers they was given to the questions wasn't good enough. Like, the dad was like, what do you like about Amber? And Steven was like, she's independent, and I like that she's independent, and I feel like we could be better together than we would be alone. So what do you like about Amber? I was like, what? And then the brother was like, what's you guys' preference? Steven was like, independent. Like, I can't speak for her brother, but I'm sure he meant pertaining to looks. You know, he wanted to ask you if you ever dated a black woman without asking you if you ever dated a black woman. But he better than me because I just would have been blunt with it. Because, I mean, it's a serious question. And it's important. And you have to know what comes with dating a black woman and how she's looked at and treated in society, and what you're going to have to put up with from the outside world. You know what I'm saying? So it's a valid question. I wouldn't be scared to ask the question. It's a valid question. Same thing with a black man. Like, when y'all be when white women are interested, well, have you ever dated a black man before? I get it. You know, y'all always want to be, well, why are we, everything's about, fuck out of here. White people made shit about race for 400 fucking years. Now, all of a sudden, we're doing this as a precautionary measure. And to be sure, this is what you want. And now we make everything about, fuck out of here. When the guys meet Amanda's family, her mom said, I'm not sure which one of you is worth 10 M's, but how would you feel if Amanda had more than that? Well, thanks, Mom. Tell them I'm wealthy without telling them I'm wealthy. But I mean, the guys, I don't want to say they didn't catch on to it, but they kind of like brushed by it. Like, Kurt was like, I'm more concerned with the character and not, you know, the financial aspect of, you know, my partner or soulmate, whatever. So, I mean, they really didn't pay too much mind, but the mom pretty much just told them without telling them that Amanda is rich. I think I said Amber, which I meant Amanda. Anyway, when it's a guy's turn to grill the family, Steven asks, what's the worst thing your girl has ever done? And Amber's brother was like, her college boyfriend cheated on her, so she kicked him out the apartment, and he was out there literally crying. And everybody applauded, as they should have. Like, brother, what you talking about? Like, that's the best thing she could have done. That made Amber way more attractive in my eyes, and I was already attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? She not putting up with no bullshit. And especially in that situation, ain't no way you living off me and you can't even be loyal knowing that your bitch ass need a place to stay. Fuck out of here. So Kurt asked the girl's family, why now do you think that they're ready for love? And Carolyn's best friend was like, I seen her love, but never like this before, and it's good to see her happy. Then Whitney got in her confession and was like, why would you say that? Which I was kind of confused because I didn't think that was nothing crazy to say. Like, oh, she's been through some ups and downs in relationships. I've seen her have feelings for somebody, but not like she has here for Kurt. Because, I mean, we know Steven's not really a contender for Carolyn. So I really don't think that was crazy, but am I wrong, y'all? Hit the comment section. In the end, Brianna ends up going home. Steven says that Brianna hasn't grown with him, and he's dated women just like her before on the small town country girl vibe before. So, and it hasn't worked out in the past, so he kind of wants to just try something different. And, you know, when Brianna's driving away, of course, she's thinking in her head, well, not in her head because she verbally said it, but she's thinking to herself, like, if I opened up more, not opened up, but if I was more secure within myself, could this have gone differently? And I definitely feel like it could have. Like, of course, we always speculate. When people always leave in these shows, we always speculate if they did something different, could it have a different outcome or whatnot? And we always say we don't know. But, like, that's literally what Steven was saying week after week after week was like, I like Brianna, but she is just not sure of herself. I like Brianna, but she's just not confident. So I feel like this time is probably the only time that we could say for certain that that would be the case, that she maybe would have stayed if she was more confident in herself, because her family was chill. They loved her family. They laughed with her family. It was cool. They had no issues with her family. They really didn't have any issues with anybody family. Then we learn at the end of the episode, Martin says that next week the girls will go to the guys' hometown and meet the guys' families now. So we're going to see how that goes on the next episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. Definitely like, subscribe, share, catch your friends. Forget about